Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here with another tutorial, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a distressed scrap yarn beanie. This is one of the most popular items I've sold in my Etsy shop, and it's super stylish, so cute, and you can get rid of all of your extra yarn sitting around that you don't know what to do with it. Okay, so I made a ton of these already, and they're just so fun to make, so quick, and let's get started. All right, so I am using a 6mm hook and 2 strands of yarn you're going to use for this entire project. So go ahead and make your slip knot. And for my regular adult sized head, I chained 41 chains. Now you can make this adjustable according to what would fit your head, or if you're making it for a child, but this tutorial, if you're following me along, I did 41 chains. And here I'm just demonstrating how I got my measurements. So if you take the top of your chain and place it in the middle center of the top of your head, and you run that chain down the side of your head, making sure that it covers your ear, but also giving enough room for that flap that we want, that is how long you should make your chain. Now, if you're making this for a child, or if you have a really big head or a lot of hair, you're going to want to make sure that the length of your chain is long enough to fit your head comfortably. All right, now, once you have your desired length, you're going to chain 2 more, and then starting in the 3rd chain from the hook, you're going to double crochet all the way down your chain until you get to the end. All right, we're coming up on the end of our row, and we're going to chain 2 before we start the next row and flip our work. Now, for this row, we're going to go into the back loop only. That's going to create a ribbed look for this beanie, and that's what we're going for. So again, for this 2nd row, we're going to crochet each chain all the way down, 2nd row, but stay tuned and I will show you how to do a color change. All right, now one thing I love about making these hats is we are not tucking in any ends. We are just cutting yarn and we're adding more. We're leaving loose ends out because we are going to distress it at the end and give it that super cool look. So when you're ready to change colors, grab your new 2 strands of yarn and simply tie them to the old 2 strands of yarn and continue your double crochets. Into the back loops, just keep on going. The only thing we're doing here is stopping to change colors. Now, one thing I can say as far as advice on how to choose colors, I try to choose really contrasting colors whenever I am creating these hats. And sometimes I don't, sometimes it's random. That's the beauty of it. You can make it yours. Just be sure to stay in that back loop when you're completing the row with the new color, and carry on until you want to change colors again. Also, when it comes to the strands that you're leaving out for the color changes, try to keep them on the ribbed side of the hat. And that'll be easier to tell which side that is when you keep on going. It's not super important in the beginning. You can always pull the strands through to the other side if you need to. I just prefer to keep them all on one side so you really get that textured, distressed beanie look once you're finished with the hat. Again, at the end of each round, make sure you chain 2 before you start again for the next row. And we are coming up on the inside of the hat when we turn it this time. So we're going into the front loop only. Just remember, you're going to change your loops that you're going into with each row. You'll notice as we go, one side's gonna be smooth, the other side's gonna be ribbed. And that's exactly how it should look. Now, when you're deciding to stop for color changes, just keep in mind, you're going to want these random leave out pieces like all over your hat. So you're not going to want them all in one place. You're not going to want them all at the top or all at the bottom. You're going to want them sporadically evened out on the hat to make it look the best. So just keep that in mind. And like I said, try to keep all of your scrap pieces on one side of the hat, the ribbed side. And you should keep going until the width of your crochet fabric fits comfortably around your head. Keep in mind you're going to have a flap there, so that'll make it a little bit tighter. I believe I did about 26 rows total, and that fit comfortably around my head with the flap and also had some stretch to it. Now if you have to go bigger, add another row or 2. If you need to go smaller, you can go smaller also, and you can take away a couple rows. This is really about customizing it to your needs. With crochet, you can make it any size you want, as long as you have enough yarn for that. And for this specific hat, my customer did request that I had, lots of pinks in it, purples. So I did try to maintain that throughout the hat. As I said, this is all your preference, or if you're making them for people, ask their preference. I hope you can see what I meant by using contrasting colors. So for instance, one piece of my yarn I would make really dark, the other one really bright. Also, now you can see that one side of my fabric is ribbed with all of my scrap yarn pieces, and the other side is super smooth, and that's the side that's going to be on your head. And then the side that's going to be visible to everyone else is of course going to be that ribbed scrap look that we've been going for. Now, I have had customers that prefer to wear the smooth part out and the ribbed part on the inside, and that's completely up to you. It can be reversible if you'd like. So have fun with it, make it your own, make sure it fits. And I really just hope you guys enjoy this pattern as much as I do. I'm going to show you quickly here how to fasten it up and actually turn it into a hat. All right, now that you have all of your rows completed, you are not going to fasten off that last row. You're not going to fasten off. You're just going to keep the yarn on your hook, And you're going to fold your work in half, and you're going to do a slip stitch to stitch the sides of your hats together. Now I will show you exactly what I mean by that, and we are going to continue to aim for that ribbed look. So you're only going to go into the back loop only with your slip stitch. So follow along with me here as I show you how to close that up. Alright, so make sure you chain 1 before you begin, and you're going to then go into the back loop only on the other side of the hat. Then you're going to go through the back loop on your side of the hat, and you're going to pull the yarn through both of those loops, and you're going to do that all the way down the side of the hat, making sure that you are going through each side of the hat and just pulling the yarn through to connect the sides of the hats together. I really hope that made sense, and if it didn't, just watch the video, because I do believe I gave you guys a pretty clear shot on how to do this. It's pretty simple, and we're almost to the end, so hang in there. Once you're at the end, what I typically do to fasten off is I just chain 2 and pull the yarn all the way through. Pull it tight. You don't want your hat to unravel, and leave a nice long tail there, because we're going to use this tail to sew up the top of the hat now. And I did forget one thing. You will need a tapestry needle. Now, if you don't have a tapestry needle, you can also use your crochet hook to weave this yarn through each row and then tighten it at the end. It does work the same way, but a tapestry needle just makes it a little bit easier, so hopefully you have one of those. So go ahead and put both pieces of your yarn through your needle, and then you're going to weave through the rows on the top of your hat, so you can gather your hat at the top, and I will show you exactly how I fastened that off and made sure that my hat would stay together and not unravel. All right, are you guys ready for my favorite part? We are almost done here. We're gonna pull the yarn super tight, and now you can actually see your hat forming. And to fasten this off, you're gonna go into the inside of the hat, and you are going to make some really tight knots here. You're going to just do it over and over again, just to make sure your hat is very well made and put together, and it will not come apart when anyone's wearing it. So just follow me along here. This is how I fasten off my hats, and just make sure that everything's secure and good. And isn't it beautiful? I just love these. I just love these. You guys, let me know if this helped you out. Let me know if you were able to make a hat. I would love, love, love to see pictures. Make sure you tag me, Crystal Rose Creates, on Instagram and Facebook. I also have TikTok. And of course, here on YouTube, leave me a comment. Let me know how you liked my tutorial. Let me know what other kind of tutorials you'd like to see. But wait, we're not done yet. We're not done. We have to distress this hat. So go ahead, clip off some ends. You know, you don't want them to be too long. I mean, if you do, that's fine. But I like mine a little bit shorter because I'm also going to take a comb and comb these ends out to make it look frayed and distressed and just awesome. And now I'm taking my comb and just combing out those ends to make them look frayed. Hopefully you guys have a comb sitting around. I also forgot to add that on the material list. Forgive me, but here's the end result. It's beautiful. I love it. I have sold so many of these hats on Etsy and they're just awesome. And they are inspired by the Supreme distressed hats. Inspired, I guess. I mean, I've seen them around everywhere. I just had to make one of my own, and they're a hit. People love these hats. I love these hats. So I hope you guys love these hats too. Again, let me see what you made. I'd love to see it. Here's the end result. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all of that. Follow me, Crystal Rose Creates, on Instagram, Facebook, Etsy, TikTok, all that. Follow me, guys. See you next time.